All right, so I just watched the Superman trailer. I guess we're going with that instead of Superman Legacy now, which is all right, that's fine. And I want to talk about it because I'm a nerd and that's what we do. So I watched it about, I don't know, like six, seven times. Make sure I saw everything. Didn't miss too much. And I'm more positive than I felt from what I've seen before through like the set photos and what's been said about it. But there are still a couple things that I am a little like weary on, uneasy on, if you want to say. To start, the music, I'm also kind of like on. I don't like, and this is very ironic for me to say. I wasn't the biggest fan of like the guitaring at the beginning. That's not. It doesn't feel like Superman to me, which is ironic because canonically speaking, he's a big Metallica fan. But I don't know. It just feels like that orchestral kind of feeling is what Superman needs in the guitar, which it turns into. But the guitaring at the beginning was very like, whoa, wasn't expecting this. Also, the main thing that really kind of has me worried is knowing that the Justice League International or the Justice League, or whatever they're going to be calling them, is in this movie. And based on this teaser, now I know it's a teaser. It could just be a lot from maybe like Act Two or Act Three, but there was a good bit of them, and I kind of don't want the Justice League, whatever version of the team it is, in my Superman movie, especially when it's the first Superman movie we're getting. Just focus on him. That's the main thing. And I know James Gunn has said stuff like, "Oh, we're still focusing on him. Don't worry, it's just going to be maybe a few extra things here and there." But it's like it's still you're kind of taking away. And that's probably one of the many reasons why this budget is so overblown. $360 million budget. So that's one of the another thing that worries me is that this movie's got to make at least like $1 billion just to break even and make like at least one and a half to be considered successful, which I really wanted to be. From basically from what it looks like, I mean, it does feel like we're trying to get back to trying to be true to form. We're trying to get back to classic, hopeful Superman, which is the thing what we all want. And there were elements where it does feel like that. You know, like you definitely get that watching this teaser. And I'm very excited for David Cornsweet because I feel like just from the little bits we've seen of his Clark, not even so much his Superman, which in a lot of ways isn't quite the more important part of the character. I think Clark very much so is the more important part. He feels like he's got that down. Just a little kind of clips we see of him at the Daily Planet, and we see with him and Pa Kent. I'm like, yeah, that's 100% Clark Kent. It felt really good from at least that point. Superman, yeah, he felt pretty. I still don't like the costume. I'm still very meh on the costume. I am glad the red trunks are back because I'm not the kind of person who needs it on like every character. Like I don't think Batman always has to have them, or Wolverine, or whoever always has to have them. I don't care if they're there, but I'm just not so much like, oh, they have to be there. For Superman, it kind of feels, proper. It kind of feels like he needs them as opposed to some of the other characters. But the special effects look pretty decent. This again, with the suit, it still feels a little too baggy and weird. I don't like the shield. I don't like that they're giving him like the end of his career existence shield to him when he's maybe like a few like 5 6 years in, which I believe is around how long he's supposed to be operator for a while, maybe a little bit less than that. But it's not supposed to be like day one, but it's still supposed to be kind of like early-ish years. It was great to see Crypto. I know there's a lot of a certain group of fans that are really annoyed by how like positive and hopeful and the fact that Crypto is in it. It's like, well, no, this is Superman. We want Crypto, and he looks like Crypto, which is cool. A lot of times, even like in Smallville and even in Superman and Lois recently, because they use the same dog, Crypto's been portrayed as a golden retriever, which as someone who loves golden retrievers, I like that, but Crypto is supposed to be like that white kind of almost like a I don't know, like a Jack Russell Terrier or some kind of thing with the red cape. And we basically got like white dog, red cape, cool, Crypto. And I am very excited to see how Nicholas Hoult plays Lex Luthor because, again, from the few little bits we got of him, not too bad. I'm looking forward to that. So I will say, all in all, I'm feeling pretty positive about it. I'm really looking forward to getting a full length, like theatrical trailer, since this was just a teaser trailer. But I'm definitely feeling more positive than I have been from what we've seen so far. I am kind of annoyed that it looks like he's going to be fighting the Justice League or whatever they're calling him, because I'm just so worn out with superheroes fighting superheroes. I just want to see them work together. That's the more fun part, is seeing these characters join forces instead of being opposing forces. But, I mean, Mr. Terrific looked good. Hawkgirl, we didn't really get the best look at. Green Lantern looks like trash. I'm just going to say, I'm not the biggest Guy Gardner fan as it is, but that does not look like, that haircut does not translate to live action in the weird, like, white, black, with like a splash of that character's like color. Like Green Lantern has a little bit of green, and Hawkgirl has like some gold, I think it was. Maybe it was brown. I'm just not a fan of that. I don't like the idea of the Justice League looking like uniform in their uniforms. I like them having they're all different for a reason. But other than, a little bit of, like stuff with the Justice League and a couple other small things, for the most part, I liked it, and I thought it was pretty cool, and I am looking forward to seeing the actual movie. And I wasn't feeling that way from when I first heard about it and saw from, leaked photos and stuff, so that feels pretty good. And it is kind of nice getting a Superman trailer about a week before Christmas. That feels very cool. So, yeah, I'm curious to see what a lot of other people are saying. I've been checking some of the comments, and I will say it is nice to see that people are really, really still trying to carry the flag for the truth, justice, and America, the American way slogan or catchphrase or whatever you see, because that's what it's supposed to be. And a lot of people don't understand that it doesn't necessarily just specifically mean America. It's supposed to be those ideals. But yeah, thought it was good. I'm excited. I'm curious to see what everyone else thinks. Peace and love, everybody.